Weekend is here. We have some clouds out there, but they're not going to produce any rainfall, and that's the good news here. So if you've got any plans this evening, the weather is looking pretty nice. Let's take a look out there, and you can see for yourselves here over downtown Chattanooga some wispy, high, thin cirrus clouds. These are fair weather clouds. They're not going to produce any rainfall across the area. 81 degrees currently in Chattanooga, but we'll call it filtered sunshine because those clouds are kind of dampening that sun feel at least a little bit out there. 81 degrees, though, is a popular number. Dayton, Athens, Cleveland, Dalton, all checking in at 81. It's 75 in Blue Ridge, 73 in Altamont, and 78 degrees in Fort Payne. Now, so look at the setup across the area. You can see we've got this warm front, this little boundary here that's continuing to work its way off towards the south. But along that boundary, we've got a disturbance moving through. Now, we're just seeing the blow off, the clouds here on the top part of the area moving across the region here. The rain is to our south and more rain is off to our north. Now, as you can see, high pressure is really kind of controlling our weather here. It's ushering in some drier, more refreshing air, and that drier air working its way down along the beaches here along the coastline, even down to places like Wilmington and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Why do I bring that up? Well, because we got a live shot I want to show you right now. Look at all the folks out there enjoying that nice high pressure. Remember what I say, the big blue H, that's our friend. They're out there enjoying that. Look at the waves coming in. The water is nice. Everyone having a good time. I wanted to show you this just because if you're maybe like me, you can't make it to the beach this weekend, well, don't worry. We've got you covered here. We're keeping a close eye on things here. Thankfully, no tropical waters to worry about as well. Now, to come back here, we'll be able to show you on the weather maps here. That high pressure is moving away, and here's this area of low pressure, but this disturbance is diving south and west of Chattanooga. So the big storms, they're going to head down towards the Gulf Coast. Places like New Orleans about to see some severe weather. But we're kind of in between this disturbance and this disturbance that's producing the clouds. But notice the lack of rainfall locally. So if you're heading out this evening, again, some of those filtered clouds, but overall some sunshine sneaking through as well. The temperatures will fall from the 80s down through the 70s, and I think we head down upper 50s to lower 60s by tomorrow morning. So another pleasant night heading our way, maybe a degree or two warmer than what we saw last night in most locations, but still fairly comfortable. Hey, Saturday, Tennessee Free Fishing Day. Everyone can get out there, maybe take your hand at trying to do a little fishing. The weather looking pretty good, mild and quiet for tomorrow morning, partly cloudy by lunchtime, and notice in the afternoon, not too warm, 84 degrees. Yeah, that's warm, but taking what time of year it is, that's not bad at all, especially with the humidity level staying fairly low. I think we climb into the maybe a few upper 80s across the area, but I think mid 80s will cover the valley, upper 70s to lower 80s across the higher elevations. Look at the heat dome building to the west. Well, keep an eye on that because that's going to continue to shift to the east in the coming days, and that expansive heat will expand across the Tennessee Valley by the middle of next week. We're talking some big time warmth. Look at your temperature trends. We go from mid 80s for your Saturday for highs to mid 90s as we head into next week for several days. Keep in mind the average high is 87 degrees, so we're going to be there tomorrow, and that's it. The rest of the days well above normal, and look at the humidity taking a big jump heading into next week into the very muggy category. So that means even though the temperature will be in the mid 90s, it will feel like it's in the triple digits next week. Are you ready for it, folks? Yeah, it's time to talk about those heat safety reminders out there. Of course, never leave any kids or pets in the car. Make sure you stay hydrated if you're going to be out and about. That means water and replacing those electrolytes. Limit your strenuous activity outside to the early mornings or late into the evening hours. And of course, take frequent breaks in the shade, or if you can find some free AC, definitely do that. I know what you're saying. Cedric, it gets hot here. Why are you reminding us of that? Well, heat. That's the #1 weather killer here. So that's why we keep reminding you, because it does mean that you do need to be reminded from time to time. Here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. A beautiful weekend, but warming up by the end of it. And next week, hot, hazy, and humid. Latrice, we call that the 3 H's. And I know for some folks it's their friend. I don't know if you like that or not.